my fucking childhood. So it's like I just can't see it as I just see it. I just categorize that word into the same like section of words. Like I put into the same category as
Mentally retarded.
bitch or hey, what's good?
Ugh.
Heather, what is your status on that word?
Well, I am on the autism spectrum. I am high functioning, so I think if somebody says the term
If this is a
like
sensitive
mental
topic, by the way, I'm sorry.
retardation,
But
I don't think it's bad. Now, somebody says the, I just think that if you're getting so far as to as bleeping it from
thanks for
TV,
200.
I think that's going way too far
Mm-hmm.
because they've done that.
However, it's the way you use it and it's the context behind it.
Yeah.
Wherever you use it. If you're going to use it in a derogatory form, like, then I'm going to say something, but I don't know.
Thanks for a fucking 1K. But like, let's say if somebody's just being an absolute fucking ass hat, and
Maybe
like,
I
let's say
should.
somebody's being an absolute ass hat, and you just say it, and you just call them that. Then what? Like, let's say they're not on the spectrum. They're just, you know, I don't know what the fucking word is, but they're just not. And you just call them that out of spite, or you just say it because it's the first thing that pops up in your head and shit.
This was our Titus.
Oh shit! Look at that, guys. Jim, how you doing? Thanks for being your fans.
Our Boston.
Allison, if it makes you feel any better, I'm also physically the R word too, so you don't gotta be alone with that. But
did I have to say that twice?
I don't really see the point of using that word like that. No, I literally am open to almost every word in the history of the world. Like literally, I'll say anything because words are words. But if it's gonna offend somebody, I'm not gonna like. If there's actually some truth or any correlation between a person and a certain word that's being said to them, I won't use it. But yeah, still, I'm gonna punch the doctor for. I'm dead. Tell me the story about that.
Yeah,
tell me the story about that in full detail. What led up to that? Why did the doctor call you that? Were you actually diagnosed with mental retardation, and the doctor said that, and it pissed off your mom, so she punched him in the face? Like, what led to that? I know I'm diagnosed with mental retardation. Not, I'm joking. Anyways, okay. Just no bundle of. Oh, don't worry. We'll keep the sticks away.
This was months ago when our baby goat was just newborn.
Oh wow! Look at that, baby goat. No, poptart looks just like you. I'll stop.
And
I was like, Mom, chill, it's fine.
By the way, he's bigger and he's 6 months, and his mom is pregnant again.
Look at that. It's gonna spawn so many like newborns and shit, bro. Purebreds. They're gonna be they're gonna be purebreds, right?
Well, the mother is a Nigerian dwarf, and the father is a pygmy goat. But they're both together. It still ain't gonna get as big as their own parents. So
gotcha.
They're like a miniature goat.
Allison, aren't you from a farm too, or no? Are you?
Well, my great grandparents were, and so we just have the land.
They're like Herschel. Gotcha.
Yeah, actually.
Herschel.
Yeah, I know. Walking Dead.
I know. Rest in peace, the actor. Look at him.
Yeah. That's mom and baby.
Look at that. They look so. They kind of look a bit symmetrical, actually. Like they look almost like a pair, like on the alignment, right there. That picture is just so. It looks like an actual alignment in that picture because they look just so alike and shit.
I don't think no, not necessarily. Again, it's going to depend on what kind of animal. Although every other baby can be a risk of miscarriage or stillbirth, and there was somebody that we knew that had
What are
so
your
much
first
heartbreak
favorite
over
ballads?
having many that have been stillborn, and they've had to pay so much for a vet to assist them and all of that. So, but my stepdad, who has been around all kinds of animals like these, he would know
Alligators.
what to do.
I would not have actually expected that, Alice. That's actually a cool ass fucking animal and shit. What are your thoughts on Komodo dragons? They kind of look like alligators. They look
Kamado?
like
Did you say
Komodo.
Kamado? It's
Komodo. What?
Komodo,
it's not even that.
Komodo.
Komodo
Yeah,
dragons. Dude, I've seen
Komodo.
plenty of YouTube videos.
Those.
They're deadly as fuck, bro. They ate out a whole ass fucking deer, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they will. They're
And
bigger than us.
apparently, if it bites you,
They can get as
it's like the,
way bigger than us. They can get way bigger, and they should not be brought to the New World, or else they'll be an invasive species. Because Florida has enough of an invasive species problem as is.
I'm dead. My family calls me a gator. Why is that? I'm doing everything with my power
had
to stay away
gator.
from it. Nice. I've always wanted to pet one, but I'm scared I'll lose an arm. So.
Oh, there's plenty of gators in South Carolina through Florida and all that because, well, the swamps. And most of them, they keep to themselves.
Yep, cats are hella invasive, and I'm allergic to it, so that combo. Yeah.
Oh, you're allergic.
Yep.
Oh.
We spent every summer in Florida. I just felt connected to them. So my dad took an alligator. Listen, I'm dead. Imagine your name Allison was actually based off an alligator. How about that? What you doing in my swamp? Okay, Shrek, calm down. What are you doing in my swamp? I'm just noticing how long your hair is getting. I know. Like it was my reunion at my job at the movie theater. They also did the exact same thing. I look like Michael Jackson.
Reunion?
Yeah, so I work at the movie theaters for 6 years, and before COVID happened.
Oh, for Professor Jim, hi! I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was him.
I didn't work at the movie theater since before COVID started, so this was like the first time in like forever I worked there. And it's so funny I never realized how amazing muscle memory is, because literally a year and a half I was now working in cinema, and then as soon as I go back there, it's like I never fucking left. A year and a half, mind you. My mom was hella drugged when she had me, and Jesus Christ.
Well, it was probably the painkillers, though.
And my dad almost signed my name. I'm dead. I mean,
Alice in Wonderland. That's good. I like that.
Yo, I need Beats back. We need to finish that fucking conversation we had.
What? Wait, what?
Beats.
Yeah.
That guy from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Beef?
Beef. Yeah, no, the guy we had that conversation with on Header Stream, yeah.
No, there was no beef. We were talking. It was very sexual.
Oh.
No, not really. Well, I have it.
Well, here's the thing, Heather, you're staying in the sidelines because you're a child of God. But with Kat, she's an open book, bro.
Children, actually.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not the child of God.
But with Kat, she's an open book. She'll be like, she'll throw herself at anyone.
Satan.
Red Drum, you were there?
No, I'm just being dumb.
Thank you for 50 likes.
Okay, but Kat was there.
I was definitely there.
Cousin, you're so beautiful. Yeah, it was actually a great
It was actually not just that. We talked about other stuff.
Yup. Stuff that I'm surprised that a lot of stuff I was surprised that you were comfortable talking about, actually, Heather. But
well, the thing is, I wouldn't bring them up to Jake Hobley only because not that he bothers me with it. It's just he kind of be very critical.
He really wants to like cross-examine your like.
No, not in the way you're. No. He's got a fiance.
All right. I didn't mean it like that. I was
okay.
Yeah. When I say cross-examination, like he wants like your full perspective on like the whole topic until it's done.
Well, I mean, he thinks that I am quiet and I am timid, and I do need to get braver as far as just in aspects of life. And he ain't wrong about that. He just wants me to better myself.
There's nothing wrong with that. You already do have your mind's already at the trying to interrupt, so so don't interrupt. I'll see you around. Yeah, absolutely. Your mind's at a good place right now, I would say, at least compared to most people in this world. I do think I'll be back in a little bit. I lost my patience with the little. I'm dead. I kind of want. I low kind of. Alice. I kind of want to see that whole sequence play out, but it's all good to take care of the world. Where was I?
Jacoby.
Jacob. So, does he? Do you think he like parents you sometimes or something? Probably
Well,
some way.
thing is, we're both the same age.
Uh-huh.
But he's got a lot of experience of life in general. He's been through trials, but I do like to get his perspective on things. Especially
Wait, how old are you, by the way?
27.
Okay.
Also, kids are always just like an alarm clock. They'll set off at any moment and like literally 24/7 when you least want it to set up, just to go off. But yep. I'm sure.
Especially when there was when we were and I have it uploaded on my channel when we were talking about I mentioned the Sopranos Seinfeld like laugh track mashup that I showed you, and then of course it perked Jacob's ear because he loves the Sopranos, which wouldn't shock me. And I was like, okay, Morgan, we're going to skip a little part. And he's like, because TITS. And I was like, well, it's because there are some people on this platform that might get a hissy fit about it. And that's why I didn't want Morgan to get popped.
Alice, shouldn't it be the other way around? The hell, man. Your kid is already going through her rebellious stage right now. When she thinks that she's the fucking master and you're the student. Yeah, I know, that was the fucking scout. That was a stress. Why did I forget the fucking name? Star Wars quote. Goddamn. But this is why I don't want kids, man. They just start acting up. Like, Allison I didn't even think kids were capable of acting up around that age, but damn. But she's still adorable, though. So. Also, Heather, do you want to repeat? Because I kind of did zone out about the.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find the part where it was discussed.
Yeah. Very proud of you, Allison. Does she know how to divide X from Y? Does she know what the equation is? But I'm glad, Allison. Look at that. She's already reciprocating from your genes. Gonna be
I'm putting the link
next you,
so you can see what was being talked about.
I'll write it down.
Basically, she was like, "Well, they're great shows. You just got to get over that one essence of the shows."
Does he find it like problematic with your with how you see things? That's kind of
Well, I mean, maybe I'm a bit extreme, but I mean, I just don't like to skip over parts. So.
Oh, that's poetry, Allison. Already, she's already making her own quote. She's already making her own statements. She can write a thesis about that. So yeah, look at that. We've already done such an amazing job as moms. So, there's a lot of moms out there that don't know what the fuck they're doing. So at least Allison, you're on a good path right now with where you're going at, where you're going with Anastasia. So yeah, thanks for buying your fans, Raza. No shit. I just want to love herself precisely. Yeah, if she can already master loving herself at that age, bro, dude, that'll be as badass as that one baby who was actually able to perform CPR on that one dummy and shit. You've seen that video, did you?
No, I have not. Oh, wait.
There's a baby who performed CPR. It was on the news. It was actually it was the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. Partner. Let's search up. I think you gotta search up.
Actually, I got an even better link right here. It gets to the point
Search a baby. No, that's not the one. We should say. Hold on, let me see what the video is called. Baby performing CPR. Okay, this is what you search up ABC News. Fucking. Oh, anchor laughing attack on air over. I'll send you the link. Fuck it. This is the one I was. This is the video I was referring to. But there you go. Yeah, awesome. Good on you, man. So how I would approach. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with being timid. It's perfectly It's perfectly understandable because you're trying to be cautious. You're trying to like not head into something that you did not agree to, that you're not comfortable with. I get it. So being timid. So in that sense, being timid is like a sense of security. Precisely. Yeah, I can understand why people would say it's problematic because if you're timid for the rest of your life, people are gonna think you're like a sheltered person and you will not.
Well, I mean, I do not want. I mean, I'm not exactly a sheltered person, but as far as
Like,
because I am aware of things, it's just
if a physical confrontation was to happen, and God forbid, right? Would you be able to defend yourself?
only if I had a gun.
But like, let's say you didn't. Like,
I would wish
would you
there
be able
was
to-
a friend with me.
do you think you could be proactive enough to like find some ways to like defend yourself or escape?
I'd probably grab a large rock.
Fair enough. Fair enough. See, Mark, what's up? How you doing? I am definitely no. I like you. No, what? See, I'm a whole ass physical disability and shit. Let's just look at me. So, I could definitely defend myself in a fight. Most likely I would run away like a little bitch. But I definitely might think of a strategic way to escape. I don't know how. Mostly I do stuff based on spontaneous. Most of what I say is
talking your way out of it.
smooth talking, 100%. Like I would try to decipher why this guy is what he is and what's this sort. And I would also be like, is this really? It'll be a whole ass conversation, and it's probably like it's more easier to like know the situation when it's happening. Better than you just like anticipate it and imagine it happening. But because you don't really know if you're ready, but you're never gonna know if you're ready for something until it happens, right? When you cross that bridge until you get to it.
True.
So it's like I'm not a timid person, not all the time at least. It depends on how like physically strong or tall or more approachable somebody is versus me. For the most part, on YouNow, I'm not timid by anything. I literally say anything because it's like I try to.
Because you got a screen and a keyboard and.
Well, it's also because I'm just trying to learn to like not let my emotions completely like dictate my actions. Because it's like I really do feel like I know like when I say like listen, saying I have no emotions is a complete fucking lie. Because
honestly, no, the only people that don't really have emotion are people who are straight psychopaths who have no capability of remorse. That's the only thing.
I can feel bad for people because even if
well,
I'm
I mean,
not
there are psychopaths in real life, and honestly, I feel sorry for them in their condition.
Yeah,
because they can't help it. Sociopaths will have some emotion, though. It's just in a different way.
Wait, do you think sociopaths actually know what they're doing, or do you think it's a mental illness?
They say that it's more of a nature versus nurture thing between sociopaths and psychopaths, with psychopaths being more of a nature rather than a nurture, because with sociopathy, it can be more of something that was nurtured at a young age. And actually, Jacoby has told me
but you can also argue that it's nature because sociopaths, they all want something. They all want something, and usually what they want.
There is more of a difference, though. I mean,
I know there's a difference, but I'm saying that I can see why the the nature argument comes into play because sociopaths they all have a goal. Like it's probably just
Well,
one.
I don't know if I told you this, but and of course he's okay with people knowing. He doesn't have a problem with it. Jacoby is
Yeah, you told me that before.
a sociopath, but he's able to handle things in life. It's just something that he has to live with.
See,
It doesn't mean he's void of any feelings. He just has a way of saying, okay, well, there's this.
the reason
there's
why I
this-
feel like I'm void of feelings is because it's a coping mechanism for me to like not have to endure such harsh endurance towards anything that doesn't go my way. Like for example, like loss of a friendship, like losing a job, a fucking death of a family member, all that stuff. Because sometimes there's some pain that's more bearable than that. There's some pain that's just too unbearable to like handle with emotions, and it's probably just me being selfish. So
well, everybody's selfish, though.
yeah, 100%. But
But I think
I'm
it's in
definitely
how
I'm
selfish
definitely my
and
own level.
what's the reasoning behind that selfishness. Like, is it like a healthy amount of selfishness, like caring for yourself? Because
I definitely care for myself 100%. I want to, shit, at least. So
or do you care about yourself because you care about other people in your life, such as there are people
see, at
that
one point I
care
cared
about
about people.
themselves
See,
because they
at
have to
one point
guard
I
their
cared about other
family and
people.
stuff like
At one
that.
point, like I cared about other people before myself. I put other people before myself because I was bored of myself. So I wanted my whole reasons for existing to be based and connected to other people, friends and shit.
Well,
And
yeah,
that,
that's why we're a lot of the reason why we're here. Most people are not meant to be by themselves.
yeah.
Only a rare portion can be hermits in life.
But at one point, after losing this one important friendship to me, I was like, I do not want to keep on experiencing this. I don't want this to be the general norm to like have to constantly go like this. So like, what's good, yo, Monica? How you doing?
Monica!
Look at that, cat. You're fucking lesbian. Your red room partners here.
Yeah.
You're at the bar.
Morning.
Nice, Monica. Are you gonna be able to guest us today, or are you too wasted right now? We're in deep conversation right now. You can join if you want to.
Yep. And of course, I went over this with Winky on my.
Hey
my
Shay, what's up? How you
way.
doing?
And honestly, he's told me, look, Heather,
I'm glad you
I'm
could
trying
stop.
to help you, Heather. And he does try to help me. I might have
I'm
sent
glad you could
you
stop by,
the.
Shay. Thanks for inviting your fans. How are you doing?
I may have sent you the link to the.
I have it somewhere saved in my.
Yeah,
I opened her
the
tab.
Winky playlist.
Thanks for all the likes, guys. Please find up Shay if you haven't already. She is fucking amazing. She's my best friend, and she's fucking
She
beautiful.
is awesome.
Yep. Ryan says hi. What's
And
good,
she's
Ryan?
a sweetheart. And she thinks I'm a sweetheart as well.
You're pure. I'll definitely say that. So,
Well, I mean, no, well,
and you're a nice person, so I don't see any malice in you whatsoever.
no, I don't intend to have malice. Unfortunately, blah, 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 thought that I was a hateful,
Thanks for
vengeful
bringing your
person.
friends.
So, go figure.
Shay, I wish you could guess, but I get it. Your eyes about to die, so I was all good in the head. But yeah, Shay, I work 2 jobs now. I'll tell you all about that later. But yeah. Oh,
My friend in
I'm sorry,
Chicago.
Kat. Read the comment. Look at Miss fucking anti-Jesus right here. Look at her.
Ryan says you look like Jesus without.
So I do look like Jesus.
Are we talking about the Ryan that we know?
No, that's a. Oh, you mean from? Oh, fuck that other one, bro. Not the one from Iowa. No, he's a better one.
Oh, okay.
That's Shay's boyfriend. The one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! But thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. Actually,
It's not a compliment.
Shay, fun fact: my new nickname is Block Jesus now in certain people's broadcasts. So yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll read that comment. I need your reaction to it. Honestly, Cunning West is probably more accurate.
Oh my god, I can't.
Dude. Shay, you
No,
missed
this man
it.
needs a fucking haircut.
Shay, you missed it. The whole broadcast was actually very biblical earlier. But yeah.
Biblical.
Yep. Hey, Juan, what's up? Oh no. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid man.
I knew you were going to drag me up. I felt
I
it.
do it. What can I say, man? I appreciate the fucking delicacy that your skin holds to my eyesight. It's like I have 2% left, so if I just no, it's all good in the hood. Don't worry. Hopefully, you can guess one day today. But I got work tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, miss you. I miss you too, man. It's been a while. How was your whole experience with the? How was your whole trip at the island?
Huh?
Oh, Shay in the chat.
Oh,
She
I've
mentioned
been well. I handled the stream while Morgan was away quite well. It was productive.
she did an exceptional job, and I absolutely think that it promotes you as a very good intellectual. So, yeah. It was
Especially because
awesome.
I'm a person that ruminates over things all the time, every day,
Mm.
to where it tortures me.
Don't let it beat yourself up too much. Anyways, Juan, how you doing?
Well, when you're on the spectrum, that's what comes with it.
Nice. I work 2 jobs now, so. Yeah.
I'm trying to get another job at this point, and I need a car, so
Wait, how many jobs are like? How many jobs are you're working 2 already? Damn,
I
3
have
jobs.
one.
Oh,
Oh dang! Well, I got a friend in Chicago who I might have referred to his YouTube channel, and he's awesome. He is having to work like 60 hours a week,
Is this
because
from
he's got
home?
family to take care of. He's got a dad with Alzheimer's and terminal cancer.
you.
He's caring for an elderly mother, and his brother has a traumatic brain injury. So
That's stressful. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
can't even. You can't even put into. There's no words to like describe that whole fucking abysmal.
Well, because it's
I
just
know,
like
but he handles it so
Look
well
at
for the
you.
most part, and it's wonderful. And I hope his channel can be able to grow, because he wants to be able to defend the truth of what is true, and that's what he's doing.
See, I inspire to that. Okay, that's basically what I want my YouTube channel to be involved in the future. But yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Shay, I got Resident Evil 7. I mean, I got the new Resident Evil game, by the way. Resident Evil Village.
What?
I might play it. I got work tomorrow, unfortunately, so I can't play it that day. But yeah, just there. And my battery's going to die. Let me get the fucking laptop. Let me get the fucking charger. Because for some reason, nothing can be fucking forever. So you always gotta charge shit. That's dumb. That's just as dumb as the whole world being run on fucking
Oh,
fossil
thank
fuel.
you, Shay.
Oh yeah. So going back on what we were talking about. Oh, you gotta go. God damn it. Shay, if you wanna come for a little bit, feel free. What was I about to say? Oh yeah. So the whole reason as to why I find it more easier to just take more of an emotionless approach than emotion is because the thing is that arguably I think I might actually have too much emotion. This was
Yes,
definitely
actually, that's what they say about people that are like. They say that those that are on the spectrum, they're like, do they lack empathy? No, it's because they can have too much empathy.
too much empathy, right?
Yeah.
Even people I fucking hate, people that
Even people that are introverts or INFJ. I'm an INFJ, and that's kind of one of the rare of the MBTIs.
I'm gonna search up what I am later again, but fucking. There are people that I definitely have no empathy for. If they're absolute complete scum. There are people that I completely have no empathy for if they're complete scumbag pieces of shit and shit. Like there will be people where I'm going to be completely remorseless with. If you're like a troll that's like racist, spreading hate, and they're just trying to get all these attention to, and if you're just going to start hitting on other people, if you're going to start acting like a fucking worthless incel because you're jealous that, fucking the broadcaster
Exactly.
is not giving you that you're not getting all the attention from the pretty broadcaster that you enjoy talking to, then I'm not gonna have any remorse for you, bro. I will completely roast you. I will make you feel bad about yourself. I will completely tell you the truth. I will self-diagnose you, and I'm hoping that maybe you'll change for the better. And if you can't, well, not my problem. But there will be times, 100%, where I'll have fucking. There's times where I have empathy for that fucking creepy ass homeless guy that lives out there, who tried to do something to my sister like fucking couple of years ago, and thankfully she was perfectly okay. I broke his legs with my fucking friend's baseball bat, but fucking even now, still seeing him fucking suffer outside by himself, like, yeah, I do feel a bit bad, and it sucks, and I kind of don't like the fact I feel bad, but I do, because I just noticed that there are some things that are more easier to control than others in terms of emotions and shit, and maybe it's random, because sometimes, like, let's say, for example, if somebody were to, like, spend eternity in fucking hell, just burning in flames, no matter what you did, I don't think anybody deserves that. I think you deserve to be fucking punished gruesomely, but to fucking endure that for all of your entire life, forever, I think that's too much. Like, I feel like even if you commit like a very horrendous crime, like fucking rape, I wouldn't even say that
Which
you
is
deserve.
like the most like considered unforgivable thing you can
You
do.
deserve to fucking have to go through the worst experience ever if you fucking do that, 100%. But even then, I wouldn't want it to be forever, because it's like, at some point, I will have a fucking compass and hope that you just put up your misery already and shit. Because it's like,
Well,
yeah,
hell is described as eternal torment until the final judgment. So,
Yep. So in that regards, I do definitely. I can't say I don't have. I can't say I'm completely devoid of emotions. There's no way. Like, I can pretend to be, but for the most part, it's just something that I try to like completely suppress my emotions for the most part. Cause before I tried doing that, I had too much emotions, and maybe it's because I was catering towards people because I don't want to be. I didn't want to be alone. So, you know, and
yeah.
yeah, it totally worked out for the best. Not really, but point is that it's a lot more easier to approach something now. It's a lot more easier to be brave with having quote unquote no emotions than to approach any situation, because it's like, yeah, obviously I care about myself, but it's like, because maybe the reason why it's so easy to enter dangerous situations is because I just accepted the fact that whatever happens happens. Like, if I literally walk out my house and I step on a fucking minefield, okay, cool. So it's like, maybe it's numbness. Who knows what it is? But
Death wish?
it's not death wish. It's more so because I do have plans that I want to achieve. I do have some stuff that I want to accomplish. But it's more so the fact that I'm just like, I'm indifferent to whatever happens these days. Like, whatever, the worst shit can, like, literally, there was this one time I got fucking let go from a grocery store, and I was like, meh. The old me, I would have fucking cried. I would have cried about that, but fucking, yeah. I was just completely accepting towards that. Because I'm just like, there's no point of being afraid of the inevitable. What happens, happens. So, probably because I'm so desensitized to this world, I'm not timid in any regards. And that's maybe why I would. And I think that I feel like being timid might lead to a very unwanted situation. Like, I feel like it's probably gonna lead to an unwanted situation, or at least it might like lead to like poor decision making. Not always. I'm not. I think you seem like a very smart person, so I'm not saying that you would do that, but I'm saying people. I'm saying it could lead to that, even unconsciously. It could unconsciously lead to that. Like, you might never know what type of situation you're getting to unless you just decide to like
Yeah.
approach every. I approach
No.
every situation prepared to fight. That's basically what I am. Even if I lose, even if I get my ass horribly kicked, I'm still just like, I'm still ready for it because I'm just done. I'm done being scared of stuff. So it's like, yeah. So I forget. Did you say that Jacob treats you like a kid or like an adult, or?
Oh, he's just being like constructively critical, that's all.
That's fair enough and shit. I'm glad that's the case. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to like dissect certain type of ratings because of, because they don't like. I understand, like, for certain shows that you're not comfortable with because you just don't agree with you just don't care for the nature of that type of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a nature that you can avoid forever, or do you think that at some point you're gonna have to like be faced with it, and whether
Well,
it's a movie or real life
eventually,
experience?
yeah. because there are some things you cannot avoid.
Yep. Are you prepared for that? For if you have to do for if whenever you have to cross that bridge or
Well, not now, but maybe
not
later
now,
on in
obviously, but
life.
you think it would change you if you eventually did have to cross that bridge?
Yeah, that's what the fear I have is.
I can still see you being yourself, to be honest, because you've been like this, because you had this type of mind frame for how long?
Probably since 12 years old. Or for how
Like I
long?
can't guarantee anything, but if it's been this long, pretty dedicated, and you're completely like strong to your beliefs, then I mean I can't guarantee what the fucking conclusion is gonna be, but you know.
I'll be right back.
No worries.
All right,
I
Kenny.
go take a shit.
Have you heard of Curry McFlurry?
I have actually. Yeah.
Okay, you know he knows Winky.
Gotcha. Any highlight banters that transpired between the two of them?
It's on my YouTube channel. It was when we were talking about my friend in Chicago's idea of starting a Christian fraternity for both men and women, and then they got into a whole funny discussion like, okay, what's going to go on at the commune, and the whole thing. Oh my gosh, it's actually in the Twinkie playlist. It's Curry, because he wears the Hawaiian shirts a lot.
That's probably gonna take a bit to like find, but I'll definitely watch. I'll definitely go to every last one of them because they all seem like they're endorsed with complete fucking entertainment.
Oh, so. They are. Yeah, and me and Morgan, we were just getting the brunt of being roasted.
No worries, I've been to that ship literally 24/7. So.
But it's a good kind of roasting. Although I hate that Jacobly didn't. At first, I actually started a little hashtag called Get Winky the Twinkie on Jacobly's stream, and then one time it was on. What do you see, boy? The cat.
Bad.
It was on Memorial Day, and it was the day that happened. That was when Jacob just got back from his road trip to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was in his chat, and then I was in Morgan's chat, and then all of a sudden Winky went live, and I was like, "Let's go, y'all!" And we went there, and of course I got that chronicled, and at first the humorous banter between Jacob and Winky was well, but then he arrived on another of Morgan's streams, and I think he took him.
Did the energy like start to intensify to like lead into?
I think it got into a serious. Yeah, it got too serious.
See, that's Morgan. Is he good at keeping his composure for the most part, even during a pretty?
Oh, he is.
Shit. That's good to know. That's basically me these days. There will be times where there will be times where somebody's energy can get tiresome, where my composure might start to.
It was this one. It's not listed, by the way. It's unlisted.
Absolutely.
But the look on Morgan's face when we were talking, it was like, why am I here? It's like a mortified thing.
I get it. He feels like he was completely kidnapped to a purgatory he didn't agree to. He didn't sign the application forms for.
Yeah. That little boy is bothering his mama. His human mama.
Human mama.
He's also
By the way, is that you on the profile picture, or is that somebody? I can't exactly tell because I thought that was you at first on
Oh,
your.
it is me.
Okay, because I was like, your hair is different, and I'm like, you look a lot taller on this profile picture, but it's like, oh, it's.
Oh, I am naturally blonde. The only thing is, I abused the Go Blonder spray back then,
Uh-huh.
and it got damaged because my mom. I
It's
should have
Sarah. How
listened
you
to
doing?
her. I should have listened to her when she said that it takes a while for your roots to grow out. And I now know not to make that mistake again. I decided, I think I'll just.
You're in America. What's it like there? How's it like leaving Denmark?
Oh, she's Danish.
She's Danish. I once knew a Danish guy, but he had a creepy ass obsession with me, so I'm like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
And he got fucking salty as fuck when I blocked when
Oh,
I'm
well,
like,
that's
yeah.
that's bad because the Danes. I hear nothing but awesome things about the Danes.
Yeah, he unfortunately just gave me he just like he was the first Danish person I've actually ever met in my entire life, and then unfortunately he kind of it wasn't good impressions based on talking to that guy. But yeah, y'all have unhealthy food there, like what? McDonald's? I agree.
Yeah, well, most people in Europe take very better care of themselves, and it's not as Americanized. Although there are some places that are Americanized, and it's kind of eroding their culture. And I believe people should keep their cultures. So,
Wait, Sarah, what have you consumed so far during your entire visitation in America?
if you want something, Hardee's is what a better suggestion.
Wait, did you say Arby's or Hardee's?
Hardee's or Arby's, either one.
100 fast food restaurants in America. We don't have it. Damn. So what do you guys have in Denmark? What's good, beer chugger? It's fucking wild. I try to avoid fast food for the most part, but if it's a burger, I'm sorry. I literally fucking.
Well, I usually honestly, I don't mind Burger King on the occasion because, well, it actually has that grilled flavor. Like, it's more real than, like, McDonald's, which, I'm not gonna lie, their fries are so tasty, but there is some sort of plastic, stuff that they put in it.
Yeah, I could taste the plastic stuff, and that's why I've completely have this. That's why I completely have like this anti-purgatory system towards McDonald's right now.
Well, that and Anthony Bourdain hated it with a passion, for good reason.
Oh, me and Dan got that in common. Yeah. Also, don't they have Burger King there? Dude, why is that so worldwide? That's the most basic. It's not even that good.
Well, Burger
to be honest.
King is in Canada.
It is in Canada. I used to
Well,
love
actually,
it.
they
But
moved
then
their headquarters to
eventually,
Canada because of the high tax process, certain tax process here.
exactly,
Or I think it was the.
let me give you an idea. So this one game is like I bought $79, but with taxes, it's like 100 something. So.
Well, y'all don't have sales tax, do you?
We have harmonized sales taxes.
Oh, we usually come with sale tax, but things are more expensive in Canada.
Kat, did you just put your makeup on?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Who are you getting laid with tonight?
No one.
Oh,
Just wanted to look nice.
None of your business.
none of my business, bitch. I'll make it my business. I'm a nosy ass fucking.
Oh my god. Nope.
Kat, what is your thoughts on Burger King? Do you think it's basic?
Burger King?
Yes.
I think it's
Basic. I don't like it.
It is basic. I don't mind it, but that or actually I will say Wendy's does have a good
Wendy's has more
value
spice to
middle.
it. Has more
Yeah,
value.
they got a more good value menu. Like if you want something smaller, like the value for it is way better. Like for a smaller sized Baconator and fries and a drink, it's worth it. It's not.
Like Burger King is just a walk by to me, to be honest. I know Allison loves it. Thank God she's not here right now because I'm talking shit about Burger King.
But I really love Hardee's. I'm a sucker for Hardee's. Their burgers just taste.
I've never actually been to Hardee's before, so I wouldn't have no opinion to grandstand on that.
That burger tastes like the best thing I've had all week. They are good. That was so good. When I had it, it was delicious. Although I'm a fan of Hardee's mushroom and Swiss.
Interesting. Never been there before, but this sounds promising. I would hope. So.
I wonder if she's ever had Little Caesars pizza. It's good.
Tried it. I think I did. I don't remember what it tastes like because I mostly fucking consume my Subway fucking Pizza Hut or yeah, that's it. Or Pizza Depot. There's this one Canadian exclusive pizza place called Pizza. Like that's what it's called, Pizza. And I think my naive.
That was like the catchphrase. That was like a sort of a catchphrase for Little Caesars, like pizza.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It's literally called Pizza. It's like such. It's such.
Maybe
so,
it's a related company to Little Caesars.
Probably. Now, as kids, we have a strong naivete and shit. And let's just say that apparently I didn't know that fucking taste buds could be fucking blind to something that you're when you're very very young. But as you get older, like pizza, it has like such a dislikable taste. Probably, I don't know if it's because it's so greasy or if it's because of how it's made or if it's because maybe it's like not cooked properly. But yeah, every time, no matter where I go,
Their deep dish pizzas are really good. Although it ain't a true deep dish, but it's
if you
more
came
of
to
a
Canada, Toronto, to the very least, and try pizza, they taste so dehydrated and shit.
Now,
Like they put MSGs in it or something.
Now, I remember, and this was actually featured on Time Magazine's Awesome column by Joel Stein. And I remember it was when Hardee's had their Double Down burger. It was like it was just a patty, and no, not a patty. It was like 2 chicken patties together with something. And he said that when he tried it out because of the hype on it, he said he kept waking up in the middle of the night to take like more than 3 glasses of water.
Mm-hmm.
It made him very dehydrated. And he only had like maybe half of it or like one. I think he ate the whole thing. So, yeah.
That's wild.
And I was like, yeah, but I'm not having that. Oh, and also, he's also the same guy that had George Clooney come over to his house and he cooked for him.
Yeah. I just have to. But
Somebody calling?
Just have to. One of my friends got married, so I had to congratulate her. That's it. But yeah, what was I gonna go with this? I'm sorry. Just bring up the topic again about George Clooney because that actually did caught my attention a little bit, but I actually
Of course, when you hear the name George Clooney, it'll perk anybody up. Okay. Joel Stein of the Awesome Column, who writes, I don't know if he still writes the Awesome Column for Time Magazine, but he used to when I read Time Magazine, and that was a decade ago. He, around 2008, he basically cooked food for George Clooney, and had dinner at George Clooney had dinner at him and his wife's house, and very interesting.
I've seen.
And at first, he thought, okay, I better be careful. I don't want to kill Clooney.
Oh, they put fucking laxative in there or something.
No, he did not. No, and actually, George Clooney actually started like adding to the meal because apparently, not only, let's just say, George Clooney cooks for his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I mentioned that to my mom, she was like, as if he can't get any more perfect.
He just amplifies it even further from that. Gotcha.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I actually remember something. It was on 2.5 Men.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I know, not the same after Charlie. Um, it was
True.
when his brother,
What's good, Boba?
in the show, Alan, they had a
Mm.
friend that whose kids were like friends, and they went on play dates. And
Oh, we're chilling. How you doing?
the thing is, Charlie told his brother Alan that, don't you think he's a bit gay? And at first, Alan thought that he started having feelings,
Nice. That's
like trying to
awesome.
come on to him. But then he was like, "I'm gonna see a mystery," and it's like, and then his friend told him, "No, you're not," and he was like, "Not even a little bit." And then he said, "Can you name any guy that you would like?" And then he said, "I like George Clooney." And then his gay friend told him that doesn't count. As if that's like the most common answer that guys will give. That or Brad Pitt. That's usually one of those two.
PC broke. I'm sorry, Boba. Damn. So people always will go to that basic answer because it's like they don't really have much of a fucking in-depth thinking process to really think outside the box and shit, or they just don't pay attention to other people aside from who they're most fucking idolized with. Not the computer, but the monitor.
Well, maybe it's just more of an admiration. I don't
I mean, I
know.
guess
Maybe
so. I
there's
used to be a type of
some
person though with Emma Stone, 100%. But nowadays,
well, if he's married.
yeah, well, there's that. But on top of that, it's like I really ranged out most of people that I idolize, and I'm surprised how many dudes there are in that fucking category, considering that I'm straight. But fucking get the gist. I play pointless mobile games. Hey, Geometry Dash is pretty fun. Have you played that? It's content.
I will say that I'm as well. I was like, well, okay. Apparently, a lot of guys even agree with John Clooney.
Exactly.
With George Clooney. But I will say, it was when it was 9 years ago. We were watching Gravity, and my 4.5-year-old sister. No, she was 5 years old actually. My 5-year-old sister, and she was still doing a little bit of her baby talk. And she looked at the TV, and she was like, "That astronaut is handsome." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, he has an effect on children. It might as well be a fact."
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. But is Fortnite as Overwatch better than Fortnite? You know, babies these days they're just really, really fucking developing into their
Honestly,
own.
I think children they're more brutally honest, and they can see things that.
Yep. It's because as generations progress, like kids are just exposed to like they just want to fucking like immediately get the gist out of the way and just have kids see the world for what it really is. Like that. No
Well,
fun.
they've always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
And people have said that kids are actually smarter than you give them credit for. They can pick up on stuff so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to these devices. And
I know. When you take that away, like let's say,
that's kind of the scary.
If we lived in a world without any of those, everything would still be like the fucking 1930s or something.
Well, only thing is, I mean, internet. It's the problem, but it's also the solution. It's sort of neutral. It's more neutral. It depends on how you use it.
But I'm gonna like take a comment to like agree with this topic because I do enjoy strategy games. But with internet, they help us strategize a lot than just fucking like learn things by spontaneous. Because I'm sure like we can like intrinsically speaking, I'm sure we can all develop and learn how to like plan or like strategize without the need of like learning from gathering information source devices on internet and so on and so forth. But that being said, the reason why kids are just so developed these days is because they have that source there to like teach them like how to like fucking use their brain and think outside the box and stuff. It's been that way since like the popularity of the internet's fucking usage increased to this very day.
Well, also
Not use it in a
there's
bad
also
way.
the issue of like some people say, like, oh yeah, I know this, and I was like, how do I know that you Googled it? And I was like, well, actually, there's some. It was actually on an episode of Gabriel Iglesias' show, Fluffy Breaks Even, where they were talking about getting information or knowing things, and his friend Rick
Oh,
Gutierrez
Bubba's
said,
watched that.
he said, you're not really smart. You just know how to. You just don't. It just doesn't take a lot of effort to find what you're looking for. Back then, you had to read through books, throughout research and everything. Now things are at your fingertips. Although, if you're looking for something more obscure and detailed, you're gonna look more into it. I mean, I actually have. I don't
You
even
know
know
what?
if
I
they're
think I
still out.
will. I think I will look into it because I want something secure and detailed. Because I like observing whatever fucking knowledge I can like alleviate from the world. Because I just want to be the type of person that just has like the whole world inside of him and stuff. Because it's like becoming one with nature. So I guess you could say in a sense I do have that guru complex in me, kind of ish. But yeah.
Well, it took a lot more effort and time to
Yes.
get more information years ago compared to now.
Hey, 100%.
And
Like
I actually used the old annuals that my
back then, it was
great
probably more of a
grandparents
physical
had.
process to gather information than just have it at your fingertips from a type of way on the keyboard.
And it might not even be accurate information. That's the thing. It might not even be accurate, especially Wikipedia.
Every information that's just slapped on the internet is all man-made. So it's like, yeah, nothing is guaranteed, no matter where you get it from, whether it's from fucking UrbanDictionary.org, fucking Wikipedia, YouTube. Nothing is guaranteed. I mean, maybe YouTube there's more of a chance it's guaranteed because it actually has footage, but you never know if that footage could be fake or not. So
Yeah, well, also, I mean, having actual physical books, there's just nothing like a book either. So that is
So,
like you go to the original source, and that's why there are some people that
this is
That's
Heather,
why
by the way.
I cannot support any kind of book burning. I would never support anything like that.
Oh, 100%. I'm completely against that. There should be a purgatory for it. But
Except porn, that should be burned.
it's like, well,
Uh,
anyways.
no, actually, correct. I would say
Faraz
actually
does
that's the
not
least.
agree.
That's actually I think the least problematic. I think it should be completely like footage or video porn. That should be burned because that's just hell.
Also, Boba said in the chat that you look like, I don't know if you ever watched Big Bang Theory, but
Oh
this,
god, that
she said this lady sounds like the mom from Young Sheldon.
How is that even a show?
Mm.
Because it's funny.
I'm sorry, it's just not. Well, actually, people have been wondering how is young Sheldon like popping off the ratings, and I'm like, it's not on my radar. I would be more, for me, honestly, The Good Doctor is way better.
Good Doctor's good.
Honestly, Grey's Anatomy sounds more appealing than that.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet, so I can't really say that. But
Grey's Anatomy, it's just.
Lucifer is the best. I agree. Fucking Lucifer, I love it.
oh, yeah,
Now, my mom, like, the parts of Grey's Anatomy she likes are, like, the medical stuff. That stuff. But the drama with people, it's just blah. I just don't like the drama and, like, okay, we get it. You care about this guy. I don't care. Get on with the medicine.
Cat. Dead. Jayla, how you doing?
Basically, I don't go for soap opera crap.
Oh, 100%, dude. It's like, not only because it's just depressing, because when you parallel it with real life fucking relationship soap operas, but
Well, not only that, but soap operas, most of them,
soap operas, most of them are just complete fiction. Like it's like you can try
and
to
it's white, and it's a rich people problems, usually.
because there's a lot of misconstructs with rich people and them and shit. Not all rich people are fucking completely intoxicated with greed. Yeah, there is a lot, but not all of them. And shit. And they want to they want to view rich people as the fucking true menace to society. So.
Although for some reason only because maybe it was so groundbreaking for its time. My mom always loved Dallas growing up, so. But I couldn't get into it because when I tried to get into when they brought it back in 2012 with the for young people,
I tried watching
I
the
tried
first.
watching I watched one episode and then the next episode, and just after the beginning of
Wow,
the first
literally me too.
episode of the second episode, I was like, I hate everybody. I just hated everybody, and I just didn't want to put up with it. It depressed me. But
Yep.
Mom, of course, not only did she like the show, but she liked the guy that was on there. So basically, she was getting her eye candy.
It's like the endurance level for Breaking Bad season 1.
Sorry. She heard that.
I'm dead. Yep, exactly like Breaking Bad season 1. Like you had to have a strong tolerance level for fucking enduring all the depressing fucking gimmicks that they were presenting in front of my face. I'm like, well, that show so hype when I first heard of it, and then I started watching it, and then maybe it had a progressive evolution, but it's it took quite a while to get there, and I'm surprised a lot of people could even endure such a long run just for a show.
Well, maybe it's because of, from what I've heard about what he had to do in order to get by and
everything. I know, but it's
you identify with that.
You identify as that, and you get inspired, and that could be a hook. But it just took such a long time to get there, in my personal opinion, because it was everything was just so. There was the first seasons, it was such decay. It was there was enticing.
Network decay, was show decay happening in the later?
Yeah.
Seasons? Oh.
I'm using decay in a symbolic sense because it's with Breaking Bad. First, let's talk about the first 2 seasons. Now, you meet a teacher that's completely he has cancer. He tries to involve himself with fucking drug addicts to make money because he's completely because he has a fragile ego and
well, that I think is something about insurance, and he's got the family, and there's a lot of that.
But he was also offered money from Grey Matter, aka his ex and her new fucking husband. And I understand the jealousy, and I can understand why you're not going to be affiliated with that. But at the end of the day, if this is something that can help you, you need to sometimes you just gotta fucking put your egos aside. You gotta put your pride aside, and do. In my personal opinion, I think that was the right choice. But because for the sake of plot, he says no, fuck that, and I understand it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then he joins Jess, and then who's a drug addict, and then they get involved. And that's the whole story begins, and it takes a while to pick up because there's so much depressing aspects of just Walter White trying to fight cancer for the time being. And season 2 was interesting because you had the fucking villain Tuco, but then once they kill him off, it goes back to that slow progression. And mind you, season 2 had a lot of episodes of that slow progression. Literally took till season 3, and it's maybe mid season 3 to be honest. So it was decay in the sense that it was such the plot had no life to it. It really was. It was so dead. It was the rigor mortis actually was kicking in, but eventually it starts coming to life. But yeah, it's you have to have a huge, strong endurance level to wanna facilitate towards watching all of that. That's my thoughts on Breaking.
Your birthday. Sorry, I was saying good night.
Oh, was her birthday? Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's going to be her birthday. As far as when she was born, I don't remember.
Gotcha. Kat's birthday is on the 1st of February.
Uh-huh.
Also, whose birthday it is also J-Lo's.
I love her.
Mom and J-Lo share the same birthday. Not birth date, but birthday.
And you should the same birthday with Bruce Willis.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I also share it with Harvey Weinstein.
Criminy. Yeti, thanks for buying your fans.
Yeti. What's up, dude?
Oh, you know him? Cool. What are you
I
up to?
see him around.
Same here. Not often, but he's here and there.
What's your under?
What's good, Yeti? How you doing, bro? We're talking about
My dad shared a birthday with Maynard James Keenan
the
of Tool and actor Sean Bean.
Ned Stark. Gotcha.
Yeah. Also known as the actor who dies in the majority of the movies and stuff he's
Yep.
in.
He
There's
did,
only like
surprisingly,
5.
he didn't die in the second Silent Hill movie, but or the
Well,
first
in the
one.
first one, well, he was. No, he just went.
No, the first
Yeah.
one he was literally I mean, he was kind of like he was cast aside. He was cast out of the
Well,
plot.
yeah, because he was the husband of the mom who was going after looking for a daughter, and they were in another universe, I think, something about that. And
Yep,
so he couldn't see
and they
them.
stayed
And
stuck in there from the until the end, and like in the movie, like they're still stuck in that fucking universe, and it kind of was low-key kind of disturbing to watch the ending of it. But yeah,
now the whole thing that there were people that were arguing about the movie was like, because originally it was in the video game, it was the father who was looking for his daughter.
yep.
But they thought that it would make more sense for a mother to do that. And I was like, okay, first of
It
all,
makes sense for both of them to do it.
no, honestly, I don't understand. Like, they thought it wasn't as masculine. I was like, how more masculine can you get for a guy looking for his daughter? I mean, that's
You know what I think it was? I think they wanted to enforce. It was trying to enforce female empowerment. That's what it was. It's like that's why they fucking swapped it. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I personally don't care if you want to find if you want the father or the mom to search. I think it's valid for both of them to like have a.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are parents that, I mean, there are like, yeah.
But it does serve. It does
I
serve
mean, the
better.
daughter was adopted, I will say, and I think that had to do with the whole thing of the story. And
Yep. Which I'll be honest with you, the replay ability, the replay value is just it's.
now I will say, now the first movie, as far as the graphics and the design of everything, they did a very good job
It
with
does,
the
bro. Like
monsters.
fucking hell, man. Yo, that scene what I
My
want.
top people in the effects industry did that.
Dude, that one scene where fucking what's his name?
Pyramid Head.
Yeah, Pinhead.
Pyramid
Head. That one scene where he fucking picked up that one nun and fucking ripped her whole fucking skin off. Fucking hell.
Nun, or was it a nurse?
I forget. She was kind of a bitch though, but.
Oh yeah, she was. She was a.
Yeah, but dude, that caught me off guard because I didn't expect it to be that type of fucking. It showed me exactly what the tone of the movie was, which I was not taking seriously at all. Because mind you, I didn't play the Silent Hill games before watching the movie, so yeah, I didn't know what the fuck to expect.
Maybe she wasn't a nun. I think it was more of a teacher or a Madam Superior kind of figure.
Also,
and
Andrea from Walking Dead was in that movie too. But yeah,
oh yeah, she was.
she was that cop. But yeah,
Yeah, she was the cop.
that gets burned
Laurie
alive.
Holden.
Yep.
Name.
But keeping Sean Bean, whatever his character alive, or like not involved in the plot for, I think it did serve to better the plot for the second movie because I did like it a bit better because it was like I don't know why it was like more. I don't know. I just did not care. I mean, listen, Pyramid Head was a badass in both movies, but you take him away, it's just. It was scary, like well done. I'll fucking give him that. But
Well, in the second movie, Jon Snow was in it.
yeah,
Well, I think that was when he was starting getting movie stuff because he just got. Well, it opened up opportunities for him. So
wait,
anyway,
was that before Game of Thrones came out? I forget.
what?
Was those movies? Did Silent Hill came out before Game of Thrones, or was that like?
No,
wait?
it was like a year after it started.
Okay.
So yeah, well that, and he was also in Kit Harington is name. He was also in Pompeii.
I might have heard of that. I definitely haven't watched that, but yeah.
And he played this. I think it was like a class. I think it was somebody that from another dimension that knew her, or he was a classmate at that new school that she was because her dad had to leave.
Yep.
Move, and then her dad got
Sean Bean
captured, and she had to go.
gets kidnapped, and then
Yeah,
she
and she has to go look for him. So, and then of course after he decided to leave, to reunite with her mom, and they decide to just go wherever it takes them. So, and that's what the whole thing.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh,
What happened?
the
Damn, who's
freaking-
blue balling you?
No one.
What? No one's going you.
No one blue balls me except for Michael.
Oh, he blue balled you hard, man. I know.
Yes, he really, really did.
You're a female.
They can still feel that.
I mean,
Not-
It's called
Not-
being
not-
sexually frustrated.
oh,
Yeah, Heather wouldn't relate, but yeah, Kat, she's pretty prone to that type of feeling. So
I mean, can't people that have not had that feel that way?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
People who are a virgin, yeah, they can feel it.
Yeah, actually, I embarrassed myself in front of a Bob show. He's that lizard puppet,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him that I have come to the conclusion that I have in
Urges.
I put it in the chat.
An increased drive. Love it.
Yeah,
Well, honestly, I don't know if it's because of something. Now I've also read that is this
Well,
natural
it's-
because of my age? Because I'm approaching my late 20s now, and I figured, is this when it starts occurring? And apparently, it's around the time when it starts really amping up. And I was like, okay, so it is a natural thing that happened. But at the same time, I was like, what now?
it's like pumping. It's like pumping helium into a balloon. Like it just builds up, man, over time until it explodes. So
Although there were some people that think, well, I thought it was in the early or mid 20s. No, it can be in the late 20s and through like early 40s, I think. That's when it ends for women or something. I don't know. It was.
are you talking about menopause?
No, just drive.
Yeah. But man, it starts when we're in our fucking when we're all babies and shit. So
No, actually, I think it starts right at puberty and then it can end in their 50s. I don't know. Sure. But I just read it on whim because I was like, I don't know anything like that. So I figured I need to know this. So.
Where was I going with that? Hold up. We were talking about fucking someone else, like. I forgot what I was gonna do. Mine's. I think I am definitely easily prone to getting sexually frustrated. There's no denying that. But it's easy to fucking manage sometimes when you're just used to it. So
Well, I mean, I have a good amount of self-control, but at least I know that. Is this just coming up because of I
It's
might
probably
have
just
suppressed something? But no, it's natural. It's just happening. Because the thing is, Zoloft, because I've been on it since I was 9.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on Zoloft since I was 9. The thing is, one of the side effects is a lowered drive or a suppressed drive. But at least I know that, okay, I have it still. Now, maybe it's not what it would normally be if I wasn't on it, but I think, okay, so I'm fine. That's all I cared. Because what if I marry and then I start having issues? That would not be good.
That would completely just be a whole clusterfuck. So
But apparently I'm fine.
hopefully there's a lot of weight and not apparent.
All right, I'm gonna go because my friend has picked me up so I can get her alcohol. So
Alright,
Oh, okay.
come back wasted then.
Okay.
I'm not.
God damn it.
I'll be back though.
Oh, okay.
How long have you been on Zoloft for?
9 years old.
Dang. And to this very day it's still an occurrence? Or?
Yeah, it's an SSRI. It's an antidepressant.
Oh, are you depressed?
Well, I was, and I've always. Well, I'm on the spectrum. That comes with the territory. So
Gotcha. So it's like something that, like, is there
more
like,
prone to anxiety. It's related to that as
do you
well.
know if it goes away eventually, or do you think, or is it always for? Do you like know you have answers to that, or?
It's not as severe.
All right.
Let's just say that. It lessens the severity. Now, I will have times where I'll be sad, and which is kind of a lot.
It's natural.
But it's managed better. And it actually helped me be able to focus in school and focus on my grades because after I started taking it, along with Strattera until I was 18, which was a focus medication, it helped me tremendously.
So it's like Adderall is a supplement to like keep you in, like keeping your fucking brain activity focused on the importance and responsibility.
Well, each medicine is going to be different in their chemical composition and how
Yeah.
it operates and affect you. So therefore, it's not like one thing fit all. Although my mom actually takes a lower dose of Zoloft, which is 50 milligrams, and it helps her. I usually take 150, but I've been prescribed like
Is there any is there
200.
a particular reason why you and your mom don't take like the exact same amount? Is it because of genetics, age, blah blah blah?
Well, it's because of me being on the spectrum, and my
Okay.
mom is a neurotypical, so well that and she just needs something to like calm her a little bit. So
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have those stages where we're gonna resort to like suppressing our urges because of with tranquilizers or any equivalents because
well, that's not why. It's more of a anxiety or
it's anxiety,
stress.
but anxiety is it's basically it's kind of like an urge, like because you're trying to fight it because anxiety is just something that's gonna like
Well, you don't want to have a panic attack.
you
That's
don't want to
the
have a
whole
panic
thing.
attack exactly. Like panic, like with anxiety, it's more of a severe case. Like I definitely do see like similarities between like I definitely can see why it would be looked at as an urge, but what's good, low key, lovely. I can see why anxiety can be looked at as an urge because it's something that's it just has like an uncontrollable effect. But some urges are more easy to handle than others. So I do agree in that sense. I used to be very like I used to have anxiety like nonstop, and I used to be very prone to anxiety and stress and overthinking. But like I said, last year, being in the mental hospital, it really
Whoa.
helped detox. Yeah.
I never got that so bad to where I had to go that route.
Oh,
And neither
yeah.
has my mom.
Trust
But
me.
my grandmother, on the other hand, who was bipolar and Parkinson's, well, I think that has to do because with the Parkinson's, her bipolar just some people will start developing more problems if they have others.
Yeah, basically the stress really built up, and then
Well,
after
that
like,
and she never had bipolar or developed bipolar until she got Parkinson's. So, and
think with ADHD,
Artis
it's-
Liberalis, who is on Morgan Stream a lot, who is from Germany, he said that there's actually a correlation to that. It happens.
see, I think when you have ADHD, like there's definitely a correlation to that, but it's more so it's like you're more you don't really know how to like. It's more harder to fight because like I remember at one point I mistaken depression and anxiety for the same thing, which they're not. They're completely two different. There's like no correlation. I mean, there's a correlation, but it's like to say they're exactly the same thing is like saying that fucking schizophrenia and autism are the same thing. That's how I would perceive it. So it's like, yeah.
Although I think that a little bit of the mental issues might have come from my dad's side because my dad had a paranoia.
My mom's side definitely comes from mine, and well, basically, the amount of stress that's consumed from lack of fucking love, lack of fucking understanding, lack of guidance.
What, did she neglect you?
Yeah.
But it affected her. So
No. Here's the thing: she's depressed. She's chronically depressed. She's been depressed for her whole
Oh,
life. She was in a
no.
mental hospital. I mean, no, she was in an asylum at one point and shit before my dad married her. So
why did he marry her?
arranged marriage, Muslim
Oh.
religion.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you want to have wouldn't they want to choose somebody that is sane?
I'm never gonna. I guess what he saw in her is something that's only uniquely towards just him. But
I know, but the thing is, there have been people that have made mistakes like, well, I'm in love with this person, but they're not like the best person to be with. So that's the thing. And I know that the whole arranged marriages in other
they're not
parts
in
of the
love with
world,
the person.
they can.
They're in love with the idea that their life is going to have so much comfort because they have a partner that's going to be around, and they think their life is going to be in more of a, it's going to be in their favor because now there's two people fighting for a very quintessential lifestyle for this person, this couple. And I think my dad definitely thought that being a committed Muslim and arranging marriage and going to arranged marriage and being somebody that clearly, obviously, and definitely you can see the flaws are there. Like there's no denying that. You can try to lie to yourself, but even you know that you're gonna lie to yourself if you tell yourself there's no flaws with this person. Like he tried his absolute patience, having two kids with her and all, but at the end of the day, he's realized how rotten this whole marriage has like escalated over time, and to this very day, it's still rotting. So,
Wait, he's still married to her?
yes, they're still together because he knows that if he leaves us, she's never going to be able to provide rent for us because she's practically crippled. Not literally, but mentally, she doesn't want to fucking go outside like ever. So she's always going to find she's going to find an excuse not to, or she
So
will.
basically, it's more like a codependence
Yes,
on each other. Well, I mean,
because we can't rely on her. We're screwed otherwise if that's the case. Like, we have to.
I mean, I can understand that because there
Yeah.
are some people that stay married, like, despite the marriage not being good, but they stay together for the kids or maybe for the other person. And it's sort of, I mean, there is a selflessness there, but at the same time, I just wonder before, has he ever gotten stressed out about it?
100%.
Okay, well, yeah.
100%. Like, there's been plenty of times where he absolutely would not care at all if she literally has a panic attack and die. Like, he's perfectly fine with that. And the thing is that whatever happens to both of them, I'm like, because it's like, no, I wouldn't be like, because then that would put me in the position, because then it would put me and my sister in a very unwanted position in terms of rent and blah blah blah. So in that case, I need them both to be alive.
Well, yeah, oh boy, yeah, that's worse.
Yeah, but it's
That's
more
why
so for my.
that's what's the most wonderful, dire thing that anybody would want is some independence for themselves.
Yes.
So they don't have to be dependent on their parents. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Extended families are wonderful, but if there's instability in the family, that can be a
My whole extended family is crowded with that. So, yeah, like literally the only person that I really have a healthy relationship with in my family tree is my younger sister. Literally, that's it. I mean, I used to be very close with my cousins, but adult life comes and it completely fucking changes people.
Basically, they have their own lives.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my cousins. Although they work and they have their own lives, and
They can work and have their own lives, but they don't fucking they don't they don't even attempt to make contact.
Oh, contact.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think I was more depressed about this a couple of years ago, but nowadays it's just because I'm like I'm not gonna go back to the whole emotional thing, but you get the gist and shit. So it's like whatever happens, I'm accepting towards like literally anything to avoid feeling the fucking like the whole decline, the whole teardown of my emotions from things just not, going the way I wanted to. So, yeah. My mom is a different story because she is chronically depressed, as I had mentioned earlier. And
Is she having to be on? Well, I don't even know if meds could help her. But I don't know
Clonopy
what
something?
kind.
I don't know. I don't know what to imagine she's been taking. Like fucking Cipralex or something. I don't know. But basically, she has when she was in her prime, when she was younger, when I was like 4, she was extremely abusive because she that's how she was so fragile and paranoid that the only way she could fucking cope with that is to assert dominance towards me. And it was mainly with me. Yeah, she abused our sister too, but it was mainly with me because she fucking had no fucking hesitation. I don't know why it was just with me. She just, but
Maybe because you were. Maybe it's because you were a boy and not
I
a
didn't want to
girl.
like.
I
It
mean,
might be the
under.
reason. No, I can honestly see that could be the reason. I really hope that's not the case, but if that's the case, it's whatever. But trust me, she did thoroughly beat the living shit the daylights out of her younger sister too. But it was more of a regular occurrence with me because it's like, yeah. Now the reason why she stopped is because she's old now. She doesn't have that fucking vitality. She's not physically fucking stable anymore.
Oh.
So she probably was. So she probably still was. If she was still in her fucking vitality, she probably would still be doing that.
Okay. Does she have a sense of rage?
Yes, it's
Oh gosh.
it's
Okay.
and
So that's what's keeping her
and
around.
it's so easy for that to be let out at any point in time. Literally, take a time bomb, 24/7, and shit. So, it's why
I mean that's something that Jacob has said about his grandparents that are still like they're going in their 70 something wedding anniversary and they're both still alive and they just recently cannot drive anymore and they're in their 90s and he talks about his grandmother's rage is just keeping her from dying and I was like, my gosh. I was like, I thought people were supposed to be calmer when they're older. But my mom said, no, not necessarily.
no.
It starts at first and then it just.
Like I said, nature. It's all on nature versus nurture and shit. And clearly, I guess they were nurtured because they were nurtured. I don't really know how their upbringing was. Never asked them, and to be honest, I don't think I actually care enough to ask them about how they were nurtured. But I know how I was nurtured, and it's because of how they were nurtured. The only difference is that I know it's because I know I'm self conscious enough to say that I have literally no intention of being anything like them, because I'm just trying to strive for something that I want that I can call my own, and well, they don't because they just want me to be their 2.0. So, and that's something that's just a hell to the fucking no for me. So, yeah.
So, would you say your mom? Okay, did she ever felt like some sort of accountability to herself, or is she just like in this?
No, man,
woe is me?
she plays victim card 24/7.
Okay, yep, that's a problem.
Yep.
That's what Jake Hobley's mother is. She's suffered pain
She
a lot of
feels
her
a
life
sense of
because.
self-importance like nonstop and shit. Like every time
Okay, there is some narcissism there.
there's narcissism. Every time I get into an argument with my sister, she feels the need to butt in because she wants to feel like she has some sort of she wants to feel like she has something to say, and or maybe I guess she doesn't want to be neglected, or I don't know why, but literally I told her because it gets to a point. No, normally I try to be fucking nice and try to tell her off like politely, but
yeah,
it gets to a point
because I mean
where
she is your mom. She did
yes,
have
but eventually it gets to a point where there's a meter and it goes all the way up there, and like you just can't because you're so tired and frustrated of it that literally, when like sometimes you just have to like raise your voice and tell somebody to fuck off and shit because it's like you've given them so many chances and they're just not listening. So and well, because I actually have to stand up to my and this is not because I know how to stand up for myself. She sees this as a threat against herself, and yeah, then she'll start wailing and fucking crying and blah blah blah. And it's
Okay, my dad would have paranoia, but he was not like a narcissist or anything. Although I will say that my dad would have benefited if he had a place to go as far as maybe an asylum, only because he was in destitution a lot of the time. Otherwise, well, he slipped through the cracks and he was screwed by the system. That's pretty much it.
I think maybe at one point I might have had narcissistic characteristics, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I still do. Maybe it's because I got them from my mom. Maybe it's because It all comes from attention and shit.
Well, usually it is how your nature versus
Yeah.
nurture. Especially like there are people that give theirs like, oh, my son can't do no wrong, and they build up their kids or child like they're all important and they don't get any accountability from parenting, and then you got this huge problem. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's very scary.
My reasons for actually for like not completely acting on those, because before, narcissistic traits, which always leads to me wanting the most attention, like very similar to my mom, and me wanting to feel a sense of self importance, also similar to my mom, and then eventually, now I would be lying to you if I said that those traits are completely gone. I would be lying if I said that, but
Or maybe it's just more
they're more rationalized now.
self-control.
They're more.
Okay.
There you go. Maybe is it mainly because I don't want to be is it mainly because I don't want to be known as this type of person? Probably because maybe it's that everything that I do, every decision making I make, it's for myself 100%, but it's also for. See, it's not about right or wrong. It's about my needs. It's about what I want.
You're pragmatic.
Yes.
It's a pragmatist, and I kind of think that way. But honestly, I kind of wondered, and this is sort of like a moral and ethical issue, especially being a Christian. I'm like, because there are people that will care for other people or do acts, but like it says in Scripture, like there are people that do it because they want to look good to the outside world, and it's not because they're good on the inside, because only God can see your heart. But then there are some people that do it out of survival, but maybe they do also care for that person in return. So I think that negates the whole sort of selfishness, because to a degree, people are going to use people in some way, but it's how they go about it and their viewpoint of life.
I would be lying if I said I never used somebody as bait before to help use it to help a certain situation work to my advantage. I would be completely lying if I said I never done that before and shit. But yeah, with certain people, it's more easy to feel sorry than others. Depending on who it was with, but there is definitely times where I'm like, I think because I know I'm very selective with who I choose to care for. It depends on how their behavioral pattern is. It depends on how well they know boundaries. It depends on how well they know space. It depends on if I find them depressing, if I find them cheery, if I find them intriguing. It really depends on all of that. And I try to be a self-righteous person that would like see everybody as equal. But the problem is that, and I'm not trying to be narcissistic. I'm not trying to be like egotistic, but nobody's equal in this world. We're not equal, because it's like some people get treated better than others.
Well, no. I mean, there is going to be inequality, and I mean, actually, like some people that argue about, I want equality. Well, I think it depends on what merit of equality that you're looking for, because there has to be some sort of merit based on, because especially with like poverty will always be with us, but you also don't need to allow people to be in complete destitution, especially if there's an increase like it is now because of like lockdowns and hiked up prices of housing is insane. That's why there's actually more, I guess, let's just say back 40 something plus years ago, homelessness was seen more of a choice. Now times, it's not really that way
nowadays
anymore.
You gotta some homeless
It's
people
sad because my dad was
they'll literally
like
commit a crime just to fucking find a place and just to have a home in jail and shit. So
yeah, and well, yeah, it's a long story with my dad, but although my dad was
you can tell me if you want to. Like, I don't mind.
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm just saying.
I mean, just not now because I'm kind of tired and I think I need to go to bed right now because it was 2:50 here, and I think I'll do this sock tomorrow.
I'm in bed. No worries.
Yeah. So it's good talking to you, man.
I always appreciate having a conversation with you because you're actually somebody that's very nice to talk to. So, yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Peace out. I think I'm actually able to go to sleep too. Catch you around, guys.